Greetings and salutations, this is the voice of Loquacious of Herd, bringing you his Afterthoughts on My Little Pony, Friendship is Magic, Season 7, Episode 19, titled, It Isn't the Main Thing About You. I heartily suggest that you find and watch the episode itself, sans commentary, before proceeding with either this Afterthoughts review or viewing my full reaction, which is hosted at the link in the description. Please support the official release. Be warned, this Afterthoughts review will contain spoilers for the episode itself. With that out of the way, on to the review. We start with Rarity being Rarity. All through Ponyville, she's undertaking various errands, all with the end goal of making herself look absolutely stunning. First stop is the Flower Trio's floral display in the market. Rose, Lily, and Daisy are overwhelmed by herds of ponies seeking just the right flowers to give for Mayor's Day, and Rarity, with her eye for fashion and beauty, steps in to offer her services.
Now, what can we do for you?
Oh, darling, I need 12 lavender pieces for photo finishes shoot on the most beautiful manes in Equestria. I know you're swamped, but it's for Vanity Mayor. She's going to take pictures of my mane, so color coordination is a must.
A couple of points. Yes, Rarity's preening and being just a little more vain than usual. However, one of her attributes, which is prominently on display, is her generosity. Tying back to the lesson in Rarity's favorite fable from olden pony times, The Legend of Miss Mane, beauty is a thing to be shared and promoted in others. It takes a certain generosity of spirit to offer up one's talents and one's time to assist others in making the most attractive display, especially when they don't have an eye for color and beauty nearly as discerning as Rarity's own. And here's Rarity, in the middle of getting ready for a photo shoot, taking time out of her errand running to help others have a bit more beauty in their day. It's nice to see the show reinforcing Rarity's generous nature with such show-rather-than-tell scenes. Next stop, a fan?
I do enjoy the windswept look, but other ponies might need to see it before they feel it.
Again, Rarity being Rarity, freely sharing her perspective so as to make something, in this case a business, more attractive. Stop 3.
My mane will be flowing over the shares in the tableau I have in mind, but I was hoping to choose the color. Could you make one in a pale yellow? I need something across the color wheel from this.
Oh, if these came in different colors, I'd buy one for every room.
Sales have been down. More colors it is!
Furnishings, scenery for the photo shoot. Check. And along the way, providing beautifying suggestions that will wind up helping every pony out. All delivered with a touch of, admittedly well-deserved, vanity bordering on the dramatic. Like I said, we're starting this episode out with Rarity being Rarity, and she's unusually focused on her mane today. Again, with good reasons. Last stop of the morning, Sugar Cube Corner for refreshments, where we find the Cake Twins and Pinky being Pinky.
Happy sneeze-anniversary! Congratulations.
That stuff does come out, right? I remember, back when I had hair, that getting gum in one's hair was a huge pain.
I can't have photo finish shoot my mane like this, and this party string won't come off.
And hello, conflict. Looks like mane repair will need to be a thing.
It'll be fine, Pinky. I'll find a way to clean this up before the shoot tomorrow.
Good luck with that. Also, looks like everything in Sugar Cube Corner, including the twins, are now the victims of adhesives. Adhesives generated by Pinky's reality warping party powers. How to manage all this?
If only we had some kind of super sudsy mane conditioning shampoo for you and a magical cleaning remover potion for me.
No, Pinky, crowbars aren't the answer. Okay, crowbars could be an answer, but they're not the best answer for this problem. So, it's off to see Zecora for magical potions to fix the problems. I heartily approve. It's been too long since we've seen our favorite zebra. Also, how is hiking through the Everfree these days? It's a wild and dangerous place sometimes, after all.
I do wish Zecora lived in town. One shouldn't have to brave the darkest part of the forest for shampoo.
Could be worse. There could be horrible monsters lying in wait along the path. Actually, what's up with those gleaming eyes in the darkness?
Listen, spooky eyes! Why don't you take a picture? It will last longer!
Okay, that's adorable. The spooky eyes are more scared of the ponies than the ponies are scared of them. Well, sure enough, Zecora has a pair of remedies she can brew up. A super sudsy magical cleaning shampoo for Rarity, and a magical remover potion for Pinkie Pie. Out of curiosity, how hard is it to do mane-related magic? I seem to recall Trixie was able to mess up Rarity's mane using magic back in Ghostbusters.
You were right to be concerned. Manes are tricky, I have learned.
Oh, tell me about it.
Cleaning is simple, but a magical fix could cause any number of troublesome ticks.
Really?
Ooh. There are tales I could tell to make your hair stand on end. Horrifying, terrifying attempts to mend.
Well, I do enjoy a good yarn, but I'm not sure I could take any more mane fright today.
Well, I love a good scary story.
Is it just me, or do the two potions look identical? No, they definitely look identical. Thankfully, Rarity seems to be leaving with her potion before...
There's the contagious frizz that spreads friend to friend, or the story of the infinitely splitting end.
Yes, well, very entertaining. Thanks for the shampoo. Ta-ta!
The two potions got mixed up. Well, I think we can see where this is going. So what are the effects of using a magical remover potion on one's mane?
My mane feels lighter
Sweet Celestia, how horrifying. Hopefully Rarity won't be too upset at Zecora over this mishap. Rarity does realize what's happened, right?
It's important that you know that I am not pointing hooves, but
I don't understand. Is that you, Rarity? Why would you think to point your hooves at me?
let's just say I understand why your shampoo hasn't made a splash in the marketplace. Oh, goodness, Zecora, you could at least pretend it isn't that bad.
I'm sorry, my dear, but there's nothing to say. You just took the wrong potion from here yesterday.
It's very nice to see Rarity's being exceptionally understanding about the whole affair. So now just whip up a cure, yes?
Well, if you could just whip up a cure, I'll be on my way. So much to do before the shoot tomorrow.
As I mentioned before, there's no easy fix. Mane mending magic's the trickiest of tricks.
Sorry?
I doubt that your mane has left us forever. There's a chance we can fix it, I think, if we're clever.
Wait, there's a chance? You think?
Ah. Well, so Rarity has to figure out how to get her mane not just repaired, but to full-on gorgeousness within 24 hours, or the photo shoot is going to go poorly. I'd just like to point out that I'm very pleased with how Rarity is freaking out. I mean, I'm not pleased that she's stressed and freaking out, even if it is very amusing to watch, but I feel that many folks, if thrust into, maybe not Rarity's exact current situation, but rather some sort of equivalently distressing mishap, well, I can see a lot of lashing out and blame. But Rarity's not doing that. If anything, she's internalizing the situation, and it's driving her extra neurotic. Her attempts to go about the remaining errands she has and give Zecora time, that doesn't work out. In large part because Rarity's self-confidence has been brutally shaken. A good portion of her self-image is tied up in her physical beauty, after all. And this situation? It's more than just a blow to her mane. It's the sort of thing to rock the foundations of who she sees herself as, and not to mention a foundation of how she ordinarily interacts with others. To say Rarity's having trouble dealing with this would be an understatement.
You can't command Pony's attention because your mane's messed up?
Messed up.
Does this look messed up to you? Honestly, how
pretend it's not so bad.
Hard.
To reiterate, Rarity's taking the situation hard, but I'm very pleased how she's focused on fixing matters rather than assigning blame. Kudos to her. Still, the situation needs fixing. Can magic do something?
Can't you do a spell to restore some semblance of my mane?
The thing is, it's pretty much like Sakura said. Fixing manes with magic is...
Tricky! I know! I don't care! Make with the tricks!
Nothing quite like a Rarity freakout. Turns out that while magic can disrupt manes, repairing them is just as hard as has been indicated. In short, nothing works. So all remaining hope rests on Sakura brewing up a cure.
I don't think there's anything else we can try. But Sakura said there was still a chance!
At last, Rarity! I have searched for so long. What I told you before was totally wrong.
Sakura, you found a cure? That's amazing! You mean I'll get my fabulous mane back in time for the shoot?
Oh, no. I'm afraid I can't fix it before the big shoot. But in time, the hair will grow back from the root. There's no magical cure to hasten us through it, unless you went backward in time to undo it.
You shut your mouth. You shut your zebra mouth right now!
I think we can both say that's not a good option.
Thank you. Rarity explores a number of options for various artificial mane enhancements, from wigs to twigs to clouds. And while some look better than others, none are a viable solution. Even if they masked the difficulties with her mane, none of them are, in fact, her mane, which means the photo shoot focused on the best manes, not the best wigs, in Equestria is right out. Things are so bad that Rarity ultimately cancels the photo shoot. I'm actually a bit surprised by this. Usually these episodes find a way to resolve the situation before such drastic actions as canceling something fun actually comes to pass. Again, kudos to the episode for taking us to this point, a point where Rarity is devastated and her friends are worried for her. How devastated is Rarity, and what can her friends do to help?
Would you mind closing the door? I'm more comfortable in the dark.
Okay, Rarity, you've done just about enough soaping. Having a fabulous mane is a wonderful thing, but it ain't the only thing.
Yeah! And we're here to remind you how awesome you are, mane or no mane.
It's lovely the rest of the ponies are there to support Rarity. Is it helping?
It's lovely of you to say, but it's hard to argue with the cold, hard facts. What facts are those? That without my mane, I simply can't shine as I once did, and ponies treat me like the sad, invisible pony I've become.
Wow, Rarity's taking it harder than I thought. She's being dramatic about things, but without the over-the-top flashiness she's displayed before. There's a resignation and defeat to her quiet sadness that's extra shocking, coming from the pony who, in similar circumstances, bursts into an overly melodramatic, "I want to be alone." Time for her friends to remind Rarity that her mane isn't, well, the main thing about her.
Rarity, you're not invisible. You're our friend. A friend who started a fashion empire. A friend who made us all feel beautiful in her lovely creations.
A friend who stuck by us no matter what. A friend so generous that she once chopped off her own tail to help a sea serpent.
I know you lost some confidence when you lost your mane, but unlike your hair, confidence is something you can get back right now.
You know, oftentimes when stories play around with storylines involving such superficialities as appearance, they don't go for any sort of deeper meaning or, I don't know, heart, I suppose? This is a surprisingly deep and, I feel, exceptionally well done exception to that general rule. Leave it to the ponies to take a story about getting one's hair messed up and turn it into a heartfelt look at the deeper issues of self-confidence and dealing with personal setbacks that undermine one's self-confidence. And for Rarity, her friends' support finally makes it click.
Goodness, you're right. The only pony behaving differently today was me. Besides, what doesn't shine from the outside in?
Rarity? What are you doing?
I'm preparing to shine from the inside out. Oh, awesome!
Awesome indeed, Rainbow Dash. With her self-confidence restored, Rarity found a way to make her damaged mane work. And boy does it work. Punk rock Rarity is awesome. Given how well she can shred on a guitar, she really needs to be in a band. Rarity returns to her errands around town, putting her now undone preparations for the cancelled photoshoot in order, and shining as brightly as ever while doing it.
Well, Rarity, if you wanted to shine from the inside out, I think this afternoon you became the brightest filly in Equestria.
Oh, pshaw, Applejack. I'm simply making up for all the time I wasted feeling sorry for myself.
I don't know why you were so upset.
Your mane looks awesome! I'm just glad that I have all of you to remind me that even if I accidentally use magical remover potion on my mane, I can look good on the outside as long as I feel good on the inside.
A lovely lesson, but wait, the episode isn't over? Oh, that's right.
Pinky! If I had the remover potion this whole time, that means Pinky must have the... Shampoo.
A nice resolution for that part. I wonder, will we be seeing Rocker Rarity for the next few episodes?
So you're sure? You're sure it's fully recovered?
Yes, Rarity, it's been months. Your mane looks fine.
Apparently not. Instead, fast forward a few months. But what's this on the cover of Vanity Mare?
But I canceled the shoot.
We had a little talk with Photo Finish.
And explain just how beautiful we thought you were, inside and out.
While you were shining from the inside out, Photo Finish took a few pictures.
I don't know what to say.
Luckily, you don't have to say anything. Your style speaks for itself.
Okay, now that was a great ending to a surprisingly enjoyable episode. As I've mentioned earlier, I really like Rarity being Rarity, both in the good times and when dealing with trouble. The gradual spiral down into mane-ruined, broken-spirited despair, and the rebound to punk rock awesomeness, with the end result of inner beauty, confidence, and friendship winning the day, was handled in exactly the sort of amusing yet caring fashion I've come to expect from the show. Kudos to all concerned. If you wish to see my full reaction to My Little Pony: Friendship is Magic, Season 7, Episode 19, titled It Isn't the Main Thing About You, the link, as I mentioned earlier, is in the description. Feel free to leave any comments or likes for that reaction here on this Afterthoughts review. And until next time, as always, kindly remember, y'all are awesome. Stay awesome.